Hey, the other big item is our home heating system. And it turns out you can save big bucks if you convert to zone heating. That's where you only heat the areas you're using. Let's let our friends at True Value explain.
Well, in today's market, wood stoves have changed from what your grandfather used to have. It used to be that you had a steel box, and once you started a fire, you used the damper to rob that fire of oxygen to make it last all night, which it did, but at the same time you created a lot of smoke, which carries particulates into the atmosphere. Today's stoves are clean burning products. They are still the same steel box that you build a fire in, but there are secondary methods with which the particulates are burned up as fuel. There are wood stoves, pellet stoves, and gas burning stoves. The advantages, first of all, of natural gas is that it is inexpensive, it's clean, it meets all the clean air requirements. Pellet stoves are, in most instances, better for people who live in a rural setting. However, many city dwellers like to have them as well, because obviously the people in the rural areas don't have access to natural gas. They burn clean, and yet the cost of the fuel is way less than traditional methods of heating, especially with diesel and with propane. And also you can burn in many of the stoves, not all, but many of the stoves, other biomass such as corn or sunflower seeds, grains. We have some growers in the New Plymouth area that are growing sorghum, which has been pelletized and can burn in special stoves. Some of the advantages of getting the newer stoves, one would be they burn much cleaner than the old products that are on the market, and they meet the environmental demands. They are also more efficient, so that the cost of burning and heating is going to be lessened. You may have an older heating system that costs you a mint to finance every year. Most homes in this valley will burn 2 to 2.5 tons of pellets a winter, which is going to be maybe $450 to heat all winter long. The state of Idaho particularly has got incentives in the way of tax deductions. That tax deduction does require that you recycle an old wood stove, and then you can deduct up to $5,000 over 4 years. Oregon has a tax credit of up to $300, and the federal government has a tax credit of 30% up to $1,500, and that expires in end of December of 2010. You know, Kinney Keele is a long-standing retailer in the western Treasure Valley. We've been here since 1926. We've been in the heating business since 1982, and we've been able to follow the business from wood heating through the pellet industry and then into the gas industry. We're locally owned business. We care about our customer, and not only do we sell product, but we have a fantastic service department.
Okay, we got the inside looking great. Time to talk about the outside. Coming up, we'll talk to ABC Seamless about sprucing up your outside walls as Project